Hello, my darling Fumi Nation. How are you? How are we? My name is Fumidesaluvold. For those of you that are stopping by for the very first time, you're so very welcome. One word, Shanquella Robinson. For the life of me, I will never ever understand how this beautiful woman, young woman, never got justice. And I have to believe inside of me that she will. That her time will come. I covered her story. It was very personal to me. Because you think to yourself, how could you not know that these people were your enemies? I was in the exact same position. There were girls that I thought were my friends. There was one in particular that I loved. I loved her. And I know that sounds crazy, but the way that you can love your girlfriends, I loved her. We modeled together. We traveled together. I never saw it coming until I got married. And the envy was full blown. And even when she did certain things, I made excuses for her. I just said no. Couldn't be. And so when Shanquella passed away, it was personal. It was personal. And I don't talk about her much because I don't want to talk about her for the sake of talking about her. Because she has a mom, she has a sister, she has a dad, she has family, she has a community. I don't want to tear up old wounds, and you never do heal from such a loss. But I want to always speak her name with grace and with pride. And so one of you sent me this, and I couldn't believe it. Let me read it for you. TUBI and their series, StreetLegal, are under pressure from the family of Shanquella Robinson to stop allegedly using her death for views. A case and decease letter was served to the crime show stating that Robinson's likeness was used, but her family and those who oversee her estate never gave their permission to do so. Bad enough she didn't get any justice. Now you're capitalizing on her death and making money from it. I'll put a picture here, but go to my Instagram. You'll see Shanquella with a prayer. You can watch it there. Even Stevie Wonder knows that that was about Shanquella. TUBI, how dare you? How dare you do that to her family? How dare you do that to all of us that wanted justice for her? You put it in a TV series. You're so tasteless. You're so lower than low. You didn't do a documentary, and you would have gotten views if that was what you were trying to get. You could have done a documentary, and you could have done a cold case, a step by step on how this transpired for all of us to see on social media, and nothing came of it. You could have done that. I would have watched. You want her mother to relive the same painful experience of the loss of her daughter. And how? As a mother, I just the way we treat each other is disgusting. The way we treat each other is disgusting. Of course, the lawyers have come out, and I want them to sue them. And of course, in their defense, they said, oh no, it's not the case. I watched it. I didn't need to even have the audio on to know what that was. The FBI said there was no case. How is there no case when TUBI can go ahead and do a whole series episode? Look at it right there. I'm going to read something that, yes, My Uniqueness says this. This hits hard because we are all so invested in the real story. We feel saddened and pained because the true story hit home for all of us. We may have taken a vacation with friends, or have young adult children that go on vacations with friends. My point is, we all felt something watching the real case unfold. I watch Law and Order, SVU, with no problem. However, I don't have a connection with those stories, so they don't bother me. I watched this episode of StreetLegal and I cried. I thought how her family must feel watching this. I thought about how I felt watching the news every day, praying the fake friends were in a Mexico prison. I don't think the show is trash. I think the creators know a lot of us watch all the different laws and orders faithfully, and they were trying to recreate that with real life events we are connected with as a community. That's just my take. I'm not a fan of the internet arguing, so have a blessed day. And then stylist sister NIC said, sometimes humanity nauseates me. This is gross. If I were her mother, I would need to be medicated after seeing this. Ebony Elisa says, with the family still grieving and her killers freely parting in their faces, this has got to be heartbreaking. The only positive to this is getting their attention again, because a lot of people have not forgotten, but so many have. And that was why I did it. If I can have any excuse to call her name on this platform to give it traction, yes. Again, like I said, it's because it wasn't solved. It wasn't solved. We all know a Shankwela. We all know how this could have gone left for so many of us. And nothing happened. They didn't ask for permission. They didn't go ahead and say, we're going to do this because we want to try in some way, shape or form, keep the story alive. That's what's nauseating. That's the heartlessness of it. That's the callousness of it. Because this girl died in another country and they left the body in a toilet for the father to take his $20,000 and change to bring the body home. I'm a mom and I think of my son and I think how I would feel. She's right. I would have to be medicated. It's just too much. And you know, the world does go on. But you're stuck here with no closure. How do you think they're living? How do you think they're surviving day by day? How do you think they're functioning? It would have been different if Shankwela passed away because she was ill, because she was sick, car accident, plane crash. But this? And nobody's responsible. It's one of the hardest pills I've had to swallow. I don't understand the law when we can't get justice for cases like this. I don't understand. I want somebody to explain. And then you have the flagrant audacity to come and do this. God help us. God help us. God help us. God help us, because I don't know. I really don't know. Keep the stories coming. Thank you very much. Let me just give her a shout out here. I still have my Shankwela file. Yes, I do. And her name is JB Bobby Call. She was the one that sent it to me. Thank you, my darling. God bless you. Don't forget to like, to subscribe, hit the notification button, my darlings, and I will see you sooner than later.